we're seeing on the fly here are pretty astounding, and yet this is a crowd of thousands of people. Everybody goes running after that single shot goes off. You've got officers and you've got authorities saying that they think one of those shots came from the roof, meaning that, a sniper might have been on the roof and then was able to get away. How do you even start to investigate something like this when obviously you want to catch the killer before the trail goes cold, and yet you've got thousands of people to talk to and hundreds of pieces of video and pictures to sift through?
It is difficult. The biggest thing here is going to be cameras, because witnesses are going to be all over the place. Everyone's going to think that the shot came right from behind them, or they saw where it happened. But in a bowl like that, with all those buildings around, one shot going off, it's going to be heard differently from everybody as a witness. So everyone's going to think they know where it came from, and they're not, because it's just really, really hard to understand how the ricochet of sound goes through that atmosphere. So I think the witness statements are going to be less, when you're talking to them, are going to be less credible until you get their cameras and someone had a video. But the still cameras, the CCTs, the cameras that they're talking about, is really where they're going to be looking for something. If they think they know where the shot came from, if they think it came from that building, figuring out what cameras have access to that, have that in their line of view, what people were closer to that. But the problem is they all ran right after it. So it's really hard to gather. So you're going to have to be on the outside talking to people. You're going to have to put it out in public. Hey, if you're around this building, if you saw something, they've already done that. Bring your cameras in. They're setting up a link that you can send your video in. But that takes people to look at. So it's really, really tough that way. And this whole thing about, they're calling him a sniper. A sniper is a school-trained person, either police or military sniper. The shot here taken, it could have been someone that just has proficiency in long-range shooting. It could be a hunter or someone who's practiced. So the term sniper is a bit different from me. Having been a sniper, I look at it this way, and I look at all the different things that are happening out there, the crosswinds, the tent, the fact that he was elevated and he hit him in the neck meant maybe he could not see with the tent because he was at a higher elevation. He could not see his head, or he didn't have the right scope, the right settings on his scope. I look at things a bit differently.
Interesting.
But all those have to be taken into effect from the investigators.
No, I really appreciate that, because so many laymen